Next up, we have Rupture orchestral / techno music by Waterflame, featured in Geometry Dash, is my understanding. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here, musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever you use, like the video, share the comment, turn notifications, become a member. Once again, everybody, don't forget to join the Discord server, join the Patreon, subscribe to the gaming channel, subscribe to the Reacts channel, how to request songs if you're not a live stream members, getting early access to the content. I have a spiel for this and a bunch of other things later on this video, so stick around for that. Disclaimers showing on your screen right now, so go ahead and pause the video to read them in full. Otherwise, please be patient with me. I am acoustic and guitarded, so please keep that in mind. With that, let's do this. Rupture, let's go. Is that the start or your logo? We're about to find. Okay, so we start with the Hans Zimmer tuba. This is a tuba playing very, very loud, very, very hard, giving us that Hans Zimmer boom kind of thing. Very cinematic, very popular. Many composers strive to have an impact in the world of music. They will often try things like, especially nowadays, the academics, the jazz holes out there, they're going to try to, put a sponge in the middle of your strings, or play the piano with a bow, or ask a cello player to lick the strings, something like that. And then comes in Hans Zimmer and says, what if we just have a tuba played really, really loud? We have that, we put some percussion, the Inception trailer drops, and ever since, every single trailer or every major trailer has something like that. Why? Because it's epic. Why can't a singular long note work as an initial motif? Because it's a singular long note. Potentially could be, but it's not enough for a motif. It's a singular note. It's how many grains of sand make a heap kind of thing. So, yeah. Having drums in the background. Slowly bringing in. Having the double basses jumping in as well. Oh. This percussion. Is that a slapophone? What about the Moonlight Sonata? Isn't that a one-note motif? No. The Moonlight Sonata is two parts. You have the arpeggios, and then against that, the motif is not a single note. The motif is multiple notes that is the same note. So it's one thing if you have just one note, and it's another one if you play a rhythm in that note. Because that's the motif of the Moonlight Sonata, along with the arpeggio. So the melody of the Moonlight Sonata, the motif, that's the difference. Like, motifs can be a little bit more complicated than that, yes. Two long notes with a delay. Does that work as a motif? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. It can. It doesn't mean it automatically does. So yeah, let's see where this goes. I think that's a slapophone. So we're having an orchestral arrangement with this, and I think it's a slapophone. The slapophone being one of the funniest instruments ever conceived, and I think it's credit to the Blue Man Group. Literally just PVC pipes that you play with like plastic spatulas, and they're arranged like a marimba or something like that. And that's how you get it. And, Yayo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mosh Pit today. How you doing? I think it's a slapophone, giving us that initial melody that I believe is our initial motif. Motif, again, being the smallest version of a musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. So, yeah. A single note, we're having two, that is too much. Yes, there you go. Blue Man Group. Yeah, no, I think it's the Blue Man Group that really popularized the slapophone. The Blue Man Group being it's a bunch of guys that are blue, and they have this, like, half music, half comedy routine that they do. I saw them, like, 4 times in so far, and it's great. It's a lot of fun, and a good chunk of it is just them playing percussion. It's such a fun show. Anyway, here it goes. And then we have And then we have the rest of the orchestra. So we have the double basses giving us the two notes, right? Bum, bum. Those hits, those are accentuations. Accentuations being in music when you highlight specific points in your rhythm. Or Blue Man group. No, Ace. You're mixing. No, Damian is not in the Blue Man group. He's in the Blues Clues crew. That's different. Anyway, so now we're having in some of the other strings, bringing in like cello section, maybe the violas here, giving us two things: a crescendo and some tremolo. Crescendo is when you have the instruments become louder, but also in the sense that they're playing harder. So we're going from this to that, right? We're doing that with tremolo. Tremolo is basically rolling your R's in music. So instead of playing one long note, so you do that with the crescendo. I cannot do it. No, my keyboard is not sensitive enough to be able to capture this. That kind of thing, right? So we're doing that with these over here, playing the chords, giving us like this wave of the chords. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, I really don't know what it is. But another thing that we are doing is that we are also establishing a call and response between the different strings. We have the double basses giving us those pum pum accentuations. That is the call and response, musical conversation. And then we are having, I think it's just the cello section, giving us the like little wave of tremolo over there, response, and they're going back and forth. Violins high up with pizzicato. They're doing syncopation and pizzicato. Syncopation being when you play against your drums, against your beat, or against your metronome. In this case, you can hear them play in between. Pizzicato means that you take an instrument that you would usually play with a bow and you pluck the string instead. Let's see where this goes. It's really good. Percussion, synth there. And slowly, mainly texture with the synths. We bring in the trombones here, the tube, I think, doubling the double basses. Percussion there with the heavy stuff. Violins higher up with the tremolo. A little bit softer, going with the chord line. Piano, taking. And now we're having a back and forth. We're having the piano alternating with a violin. We have the violin giving us the pizzicato, and then we're having the piano alternating with that. Not quite enough for a call and response. They're basically just bouncing off one another, using it as one single line. Nice. Then we're having the synths there, mainly a texture. It's really cool. Another layer of pizzicatos in the background with syncopation. Nice, giving us more like a ticking clock kind of feeling now. And the percussion in the background. That bass drum. And right now, this is a really good example of an orchestral bass drum because it's not in your face. It feels like it's very far in the back. And it feels like a beat in the back, like giant footsteps in the background kind of thing. So we're having that happen over here. We're having so many layers at the same time, but at the same time we are continuing the main line. So we are doing, by the way, the piano is also doing what is called an elongation. Elongation being when you do a slower version of something you've done before. In this case, we had the original bum 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 bum, and now we're having the piano bum 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 bum. We're having them going a little bit slower this time around. We're having that. This is really cool. Let's see where it goes. Electronic drums jumping in. Vocal samples now, a chorus doing what the cello were doing, but instead of putting the tremolo, we put them just holding down the notes for the chords. We are basically establishing like a ceiling to what we are doing, a little bit more evident this time around. And notice how the electronic drums are not doing the bass. They're not doing a bass drum. We have like very light drums on the top because we already have a very busy beat with the orchestral stuff hammering on the I think that might also be an elongation of the motif, what the basses are doing now. Like, they're doing overall the same shape of the motif, just very, very slow. And they're just hammering on and on about it. It's a really cool, not quite an ostinato, but it is, I like it. And you know what else we hammer on and on about? The Patreon. Patreon.com/JamesRBasterd. If you want to support this channel more than you already are, consider joining the Patreon today. Even if you're not pledging any funds, do join the free tier at least, because where the non-gaming LFAs are going. What are those? Anime, film, TV, label music, the kind of stuff that we usually don't do on the main channel on YouTube. Why? What we do on YouTube is inherently fair use. That does not stop bad actors, such as record labels, film studios, individual independent rats, scammers out there from abusing the copyright system on YouTube. So, in order to just not deal with that for these LFAs, we're putting them here exclusively on Patreon, free for everyone to watch, with paid members, citizen tier and above, getting early access to the content. So, if you want to support this channel more than you already are, you want to catch those extra exclusive LFAs. I accidentally opened this. Become a member today. Consider becoming a paid member today. You will get access either way to the content. Patreon.com/JamesRBasterd. Thank you to those who are already members, especially those who are paid members, particularly Real Nemesis, French Guy, Amaya, and Quebelcombe. Your support means your support means the world to me. I almost said your Patreon means the world to me. Your support means the world to me. Thank you once again for that. For everybody else, become a member today. Consider becoming a paid member today. Patreon.com/JamesRBasterd. Linked in the description down below. Patreon.com/JamesRBasterd. Become a member today. All right, let's go back. We're hammering things on. Let's see where it goes. All right, and we're just layering things. Ooh. Oh my god, you didn't skip the ad, right? Welcome today, man. How you doing? Welcome today, dude. Dude, listen to this, man. This is awesome. This is awesome. It's giving such awesome vibe, like, almost like, I don't know, it's like good sci-fi stuff. Anyway, so we're now having the elongation of the motif in the vocals. We basically have a synth there that is emulating vocals. Let's see. Violins there with the variation. All right. We have now the piano again with the variation of the motif. Sure, Nikki, there you go. Ooh. That's a trumpet. That's a trumpet put through a synth. That's a trumpet put through a synth for extra effects. But yeah, we bring back the piano stuff on this. And oh my god, how many sci-fi series can you name off the top of your head? Star Wars, Star Trek, Warhammer 40,000, Stellaris. We have Gears of War. We have Halo. We have, I mean, technically speaking, Nika is kind of sci-fi. We also have, what else? The Expanse is technically a separate one. We have Battletech is a separate one. I think I already said Stellaris. What else could be considered sci-fi? I mean, Factorio is technically a sci-fi thing. Genshin may as well. Genshin Impact may as well. Honkai, Star Rail. What else? Yeah, sci-fi is a very broad term. I mean, I guess space, like Star Citizen, of course. We have Elite Dangerous, EVE Online. I already said Star Wars. Honkai Impact, I think. Yeah, I think off the top of my head. To an extent, Limbus Company, like the world of Limbus Company kind of is. Titanfall is normal, but that's the one you brought up. So yeah, there you go. Those are the ones like I would have to look into my... Oh yeah, Satisfactory is another one. Yeah, no, like once we start looking into it, Kerbal Space Program, there are a lot of them. There are a lot of sci-fi series out there. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, Warhammer 40k I think was the second one, like the third one I mentioned. So there you go. Anyway, so we're having, yeah, this one is very sci-fi, so let's see where this goes. Having that situation there from the violins, from the strings, nice. Now we bring in the drums, the electronic drums in full, with the full beat. Is cosmic horror considered sci-fi? No, that is Lovecraftian. That is a Lovecraftian thing. I think Lovecraft stuff cosmic horror by itself is its own thing, I think. Like, I know that there are elements of it in that. Like, cosmic horror is kind of like asking, are dragons a fantasy thing? They can be, but they can also exist in sci-fi. Is Star Citizen that game in limbo? It has been in limbo for a very long time. Like, Star Citizen is a weird one because you can play the game. Like, as soon as you buy the like basic package, like $40, which is like, you know, the price of the game, you get access to all the updates and you can play the game as it updates. But problem is that Chris Roberts doesn't continue, right? Problem is that Chris Roberts doesn't have anyone to tell him no, so they just keep adding more and more. And Subnautica is another one, yes. They just keep adding more stuff to the roadmap, and they don't have a vision of what 1.0 looks like. So yeah. Anyway, continue. We're back to the tremolo crescendos. Another synth at the top. Seems like the piano. Doing a reduction, opposite of elongation. Doom is another sci-fi one. Wolfenstein, another one. Synth solo! Ooh. Flying dragons are fantasy elements. Say that to 40k. There are flying dragons in 40k. So yeah, no, like you can, like fantasy, like dragons are usually associated with fantasy, but they are not what defines fantasy. Like they are an element that you can have in other things. You can you can have a dragon in a cyberpunk setting. You can have a dragon in a steampunk setting, because dragons are not what defines fantasy. It's an element that helps enhance fantasy, but there's, yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sci-fi, yes. Oh, this is like arpeggiating the motif. Ooh. Ceremonies, we're not taking any more requests today. Oh, this is when we're having the melody. Violins there with the elongation. No. Never knew what to do, where to go. We played Subnautica on this channel. It was before we recorded the streams. It was... Deep sea horrors are, yeah. Is Tokyo Drift sci-fi? No, but the following ones are. Let's see. We're having the syncopation there. With the motif. Nice. We're omitting one of the notes of the motif, but it's there. A little bit of an extra bit at the end. Bum. 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 Nice. See. We need more My Singing Monster. We need so many genres. We need so many games. There are so many games out there that we haven't covered. It is what it is. The wheel is what picks most of it, and yeah. Let's see. Oh! Halftime drums, I think. We slow down the drums. Nice. What else? Build up synth and... removing the drums, back to the original. This is what we had like minute 1. Yeah, we have the slapophone back. They are billions. We have so many others, yes. All right. This ticking clock again of the bass timpani drums and the strings. How are you gonna end this? Okay, one more hit of the trombone, of the tuba. With the synths and the strings and everything, we let the sound dissipate, and with that, there you have it. Oh my god. Yeah, They Are Billions are like, there are so many sci-fi franchises out there. It's insane. I love it. So yeah, no, with that, there you have it. Rupture orchestral techno music by Waterflame. That was a lot of fun. We got a little bit sidetracked with the sci-fi talk over there. But there you go. Like, overall, reusing the elements, just moving the melody around as we saw over there. And with that, there you have it. Featured in Geometry Dash is My Understanding. Rupture by Waterflame. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd LFA. A layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here, musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever button you use. Like the video, share the comment, turn on notifications, become a member. I know of They Are Billions, I haven't played it. Once again, everybody, don't forget to join the Discord server. That's where everything gets announced first. Whether it's the streams going live, the videos going up the channels, updates, projects, giveaways, everything gets announced there first. We have the community there. We hang out, we chat, we steal memes from other people, so it's going to announce their own. Where I host the Vintage Story community server, that kind of stuff. Also share these videos with everybody that you know. Use the hype function on YouTube. We have a group on the Discord that coordinates for that, so linked in the description of the channel. Grow. Members get early access to the content as scheduled. Well, the videos are scheduled for the week on Saturdays. And if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of your tier, you get access to the videos when they get scheduled, at least for the LFAs. So become a member today. If you want to listen to this without me interrupting you 3.5 seconds, I'm linking in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, check the comment on this video. It has the instructions what to do. If you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim from Monday to Friday. We stream live on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick so that you can tune in whichever platform you prefer. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone on both Discord and Twitch, but linked in the description. So, if you live in El Tabaco, the tobacco, Chile, and you're like, yeah, but what time is whatever time is in Hungary? I don't live there. Do not worry. Just go to Discord or Twitch, but linked in the description, and it's going to show the streaming schedule up to date in your local time zone, accounting for daylight savings if necessary. And subscribe to the gaming channel. Follow the gaming channel because, of course, I have a gaming channel. I'm on YouTube. What could I possibly have? Games are Basterd. It's sort of what the gaming after show is when they happen. We play games on the later part of the stream, and then the VODs for every game we play live eventually end up over here. So subscribe to the channel, linked in the description, or search on YouTube, same as in with James R. Basterd, so the J for a G, and you got it. And subscribe to the Reacts channel. LFAs are React format. This is where we are putting the reacts for everything else. James Reacts Basterd. Subscribe to the channel, linked in the description, or search on YouTube, same as in with James R. Basterd. Extend the R to Reacts, and you got it. And yeah, there you have it. Rupture, orchestral techno, Waterflame, geometry dash. That was a lot of fun, dude. Really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.